name's Renee. If you've never met me, I teach mat Pilates. I have created a series of workouts for you, all about 30 minutes long. The first 4 have the title Basics, not to be confused with easy or simple. It just means that in case you're a beginner, if you're new to my classes, I'm really going to spend the time setting up each position and talking about the technique in detail to make sure that everything is done safely and so you understand the methodology of why we're doing what we're doing. If you've been doing Pilates for a long time, I promise there's still going to be great workouts. It just gives you a little bit more focus on attention and detail so we have that really nice intentional movement going on. Level 1s, move a little bit faster through the setups. The movement is always slow and controlled. That's one of the points of Pilates. But less talk, more exercise, and we'll get a little bit more accomplished through each workout. Level 2 doesn't mean it's super crazy hard, but I will add resistance. I'll add weights, I'll add props. All of those exercises can be done without props. You don't have to have them, but I will offer those higher reps and make things a little more intense. Thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you enjoy. Okay, I have here a yoga block. I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can use this to make your workout a little easier. It's not necessary. You don't have to have one. It's mostly meant for people who are not as flexible. A little tight in the hamstrings, tight in hip flexors, maybe the low back. I happen to be tight in all of those locations. If you don't have a block, you could use a book, a very big book, a good, thick, sturdy, strong book, or any other thing you have that maybe is this size, doesn't have to be quite as big. We are going to start seated with your legs crossed. And if you are like me, tight hips, tight back, you can sit on top of the box. What it does is it takes your knees lower than your hips and it just creates a little more space in here. Absolutely don't have to, it's a choice. We're just gonna do our little forward stretch that we do. I'm gonna nod the chin, I'm gonna round forward. I'm just gonna sort of let my arms slide out in front of me. Take a breath in and out. Take another breath in. And with your last exhale, we'll just stack it, roll it back up, sitting up nice and straight and tall. And we'll do that again. Nod the chin, roll forward, rounding forward. Take a breath in and out while you're down there. And then scoop that belly button in, exhale, and stack your spine back up. Keep going one more time. Nod the chin. I'm just going to change directions for the camera. Roll forward, exhale. Breath in and out. And then stack the spine back up. Good. We're just going to twist to the right. Sitting up nice and tall, rotating through the spine, spinning the rib cage over to one knee, and then switch directions, getting taller, twist and lift over the other way. And repeat. I'm going to twist and stretch. And keep breathing, just mobilizing the spine. Stretch, twist, and breathe. Good, I'm going to go back over to my right or whatever is your first side. Combine the two. I'm twisted and now I'm going to round forward in my twist. I'm going to roll it back up again. Twisting the other way. I twist first, then I round forward, and then I'm going to roll up. I'm still twisted. And then I untwist one last time each way, over to the right. Nod the chin, scoop and roll it down. Roll that spine back up nice and tall, over the other way. And rounding it forward, scooping the belly button in. And rolling yourself back up and forward. Great, I'm gonna come off of the block. Set it aside. We might use it again later. On your backs for a little bit of an ab series. So what I'm going to do today is break down some really traditional exercises, single leg stretch and double leg stretch, and then scissors. We may or may not have done all or some of these, but round 1, I'm going to do a flat back, belly button in, little imprint, ribs together. I'm going to lift my chest. I'm going to reach my arms for my knees. I'm going to lift and circle all the way around. And then I'm going to lay it back down. I'm going to lift my chest. I'm going to reach for my knees. I'm going to lift the arms, circle them all the way around. And then I'm going to lay back down again. Now things to notice from here, lift the chest. I'm gonna leave my chest the same height. Pretty easy. It gets harder when you lift the arms. Keep your chest the same height. Circle the arms, lay it back down. Exhale, we lift, reach, circle, around, and lay it back down. Let's do 3 more. Lift, reach, circle. So it's a pretty slow, controlled, long holding setup. Exhale, lift. Anytime something's slow, it's harder. Good. Let's do 1 more time. Exhale to lift and reach. We circle around and lay it back down. Good. I'm going to pull the belly button in, reset, just in case you lost that nice connection. Ribs together, legs up. I'm going to stretch one leg out, and I'm going to pull it in, and the other leg out, and I'm going to pull it in. That leg only goes as low as everything is very nice and connected. My back is on the floor the whole time. Maybe your legs are shooting out way up here. That's fair. That's good. That works. Good. Lower is more challenging, but you only challenge yourself as far as you can be successful, right? It's not about how low can you go. It's about how strong and steady you can be. And so the legs reaching up here with a perfect core are going to do you a lot better than letting it all fall apart and trying to take your legs down too low. Okay, now I'm going to put my hands on my knees. I'm going to lift my chest off of the floor. Single leg stretch. I'm just doing the same thing I was doing with my legs, one at a time, except that now I'm just adding my hands, reaching to my knees. There's more sort of pure, traditional sort of elements to that. We'll do it next time. Right now I'm just reaching for my knees. Good. I'm not twisting. I'm straight up and down. If there's a problem with your neck, you can put your hands behind your head. It's not easier on the abs, but it is easier on the neck. Let's do 1 more time to the right and left, and then we're gonna lay it back down. Good, I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm gonna reach both legs out and in. Now, if this is too intense, if it's too hard to reach both legs out, maybe you just kind of move them a little bit, a little poke of the toes, I call it. Poke the toes out a little bit and pull them in, or if you can, they go all the way out. And a nice goal is 45 degrees. They could be higher, towards the ceiling is easier. They cannot go all the way straight, but if you're reaching all the way down here and you're straining and struggling, not worth it, doesn't have to happen. Okay, let's do 2 more. Exhale, press it out, pull it in. Pull the belly button in and pull it in. Okay, so remember that first exercise we did where we were circling the arms? This is called double leg stretch. We're gonna combine both legs reaching and that arm circle. So I'm gonna lift my chest. My hands are at my knees. I'm going to straighten my legs and straighten my arms out overhead. I'm gonna circle the arms around. I'm gonna bend the knees. If you can, your head stays up the whole time. Reach the arms overhead, stretch the arms, stretch the legs, circle the arms, bend the knees. This is an exhale, everything goes out. Inhale, pull it in, circle the arms. Now, if you need to put your head down, please do. Maybe your legs are going much higher towards the ceiling. Maybe your knees are staying bent and you're just doing the arms. Let's do 5 more. Exhale for 5. Remember, we want to stay the same height as those arms reach back. So I'm staying up tall. Let's do 2 more. Reach, stretch, 2. Circle it around. Reach, stretch, 1. And let's go ahead and take a little rest. I'm gonna put my hands down on the floor again. I got that nice flat back. I'm gonna reach my legs straight up to the ceiling. I'm gonna split one down. And then I'm gonna switch. And split one down. And then I'm gonna switch. Now again, how low that bottom leg goes, that's gonna be where we create more challenge. If you go so far that your back pops up, we're losing. That's Bellatrix. Exhale, lower. Good. 1 more time. I don't know if you can see the little bean sleeping here in the front. He's being a good boy, just resting. His name's Bocce, but we call him Bocce Bean. Okay, scissors with the upper body lifted, or what we call inflection. I'm gonna lift my chest, stretch the legs. One goes down, one comes up. Now, if you can, you're reaching for the ankle. The ankle might be way too far away for you, and that's all right. You could grab the thigh, you could grab the calf, you could take these knees bent if you needed to. That's a fair modification. Maybe that bottom leg isn't going so low. Whatever you got. We're just gonna pull one leg towards you, exhale and switch, exhale and switch. We don't have to do perfect Pilates. We're just gonna do the best Pilates we can, because we care about the form more than anything. Good, we'll do one more each leg. Pull it and switch. Exhale, pull it and switch. And then let's go ahead and take a rest. Good, let's go ahead and rock up. Now, I'm gonna show you another trick that you can use the block or your book or whatever you're using, or nothing, okay? So, I'm gonna be on my hands and knees. I'm gonna do a cat-cow stretch, right? We've all done the cat-cow round the back, lengthen and reach it out. I'm gonna let Bachi continue to block the view because I think you all know what a cat-cow stretch is. We round, and we lengthen, and again, round, and reach the tail away. Scoop the belly button and round the back, curl the tail under, and then lengthen and send it away. Okay, so now, Bachi, now you have to move, Bubba, so they can see me. Go ahead, move out of the way. Bachi, you gotta move. Get out of the way, dude, move. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. All right, from here, I'm gonna do an extended series on my hands and knees. Now, if you have bad wrists, that's where a block can come into handy. That you can come down onto your elbows. Now, you could come down onto your elbows all the way down here on the floor too, but that's a little even more work on the shoulders than being up a little bit higher. And if you have two blocks, you could put one under each elbow. But I just wanted to offer that as a choice. I'm not gonna use it, but now you know. Okay, I'm going to lift my left leg. If you wanna do the right one first, doesn't matter. I've got my left leg up. I'm gonna tap my knee down and lift, tap and lift. Now, as much as possible, I don't want you to move your core at all. I want you to keep those abs so super tight, that low back super quiet, like you're balancing a teacup here. Exhale, lift and lower. Whatever your favorite quarantine drink is right now, make sure it's balancing on your low back, keeping that all nice and still. We kick high enough to squeeze the tush. That's all. No pain in the back, no dipping, no dumping in the back. What does that look like? When your back sort of falls apart, okay? We don't want that. Let's do two more of these. And I'm gonna lift it at the top. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna do these little pulses up here. Little pulse and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hi Bubba, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna hold that leg up. I'm gonna stretch that leg out, and I'm gonna bend it in for 10. Exhale, kick it out for 9, and 8, 7, 6, exhale, reach 5, and 4, for 3, exhale for 2, and 1. I'm gonna bend it, I'm gonna do a little kicking pulse, little squeeze, squeeze, hamstring curl, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna take that knee down. I'm not putting it on the ground because I'm gonna do another series. Here we go, we're out to the side for 10. It's a long series today for 9. Exhale, lift and lower for 8, and 7. For 5, don't let your head fall down like I was just doing. For 4, exhale for 3, for 2, for 1, I'm gonna lift it, I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna do a little pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna leave that leg up, I'm gonna reach it out, I'm gonna bend it in. If your arms are getting tired, remember you can always go down to your elbows. 9, exhale, reach and bend for 8, and 7. Take a peek down at your right thigh. Are you leaning way over to the side? You don't wanna be, you wanna be straight up and down. For 5, energy in those shoulders. For 4, exhale for 3, for 2, reach and bend for 1, and then I'm gonna do that little kick in, pull, 2, pull, pull, heel to bum, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The hardest one is the last one. Lengthen that leg all the way along. It is out to the side. I'm tapping to the floor outside here, outside my mat for 2. Exhale, lift and lower 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, twice more, 9. I'm gonna lift it, I'm gonna hold it, and do little pulses at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Go ahead, sit back, give those shoulders a break. Now, the same leg that was just back, which in my case was the left. I'm gonna step my left foot forward, and I'm gonna take a little lunge here, okay? Left foot forward, my right leg is back. I am over the toes here, and I'm stretching. If you can, maybe you can take your hands up onto the knee. You don't have to. Hands back on the floor. I'm gonna sit back now, straightening out the front leg. Little hamstring stretch, stretching out the back side of that front leg. Good, and then I'm gonna take a lunge here. Got my back leg off the floor. My hands are on the ground. Now, if your blocks are nearby, this is another time that you can use blocks so that you don't have to be as flexible. I'm gonna straighten both of my legs up. Now, if you had blocks next to you, the floor gets closer, you don't have to bend as far. So that's another option you can take. And if you really need assistance, you can stand that block all the way up this way. Other choices, just bend your knees, right? If you can't get them straight, that doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Lengthen, stretch. So now, I'm gonna bend both of my legs, and I'm gonna stand up. So I'm in a lunge. I'm gonna dip down only as low as I'm comfortable, and I'm gonna stand back up again. 90 degrees here is great, not necessary. There is a stretch in the front of the back thigh. Again, my weight, is on both feet. We've done other kinds of lunges, right, where you can lean forward, you can step forward, you can step backwards. I'm going straight up and down. My weight's pretty dang equal on both feet. I'm gonna lower, squeeze that back tushy. I'm gonna lower, drive into that front heel. You get to work your balance here too. Good, you could hold on to something. I've got a wall really close if I need it, but you could have something to hang on to, a chair, the back of the couch, a counter, whatever, if you need it. I'm gonna do 2 more of these. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna do little pulses for 10. Little pulse, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You stop and rest if you need to, otherwise I'm just gonna hold and stay and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm just gonna melt my hands to the floor. I'm gonna take that front leg back, and I'm gonna lengthen myself out to a plank position. You could be on your elbows if you preferred. I'm just gonna breathe and hold and squeeze everything and stay for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna take 5 full counts to lower all the way to my stomach for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And let's take that child's pose one more time. And then we are gonna get back onto our hands and knees, except I'm gonna switch sides so that I don't kick the wall. Okay, so you don't need to switch directions. Although, if it gives you a chance to turn your head the other way to look at me, why not get a little change of pace here? My shoulders are over my hands. Your elbows can be down, your elbows can be on a block, whatever you got. I have my right leg lifting. I'm gonna tap the floor, and I'm gonna lift it up. Full range, tap and lift. It's okay if you don't actually touch the floor for 10, but the idea is all the way down, all the way up with that thigh bone for 9. For 8, favorite quarantini, sitting on your low back so it's not shifting. No spilling. Belly button strong, back is stable, spine is still, hips are still squeezing that right tush. Kick the ceiling and lift for 4. Kick and lift, exhale, 3. For 2. For 1, we're gonna lift it, we're gonna hold it, we're gonna pulse at the ceiling for 10. Belly button up, 9. 8, energy and strength through the shoulders for 7. Exhale for 6. For 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to leave that leg in the air and I'm going to lengthen it out and I'm going to bend it in for 10. Exhale, kick it out for 9. We have 8. Pull the belly button up for 7. Shoulders strong for 6. Exhale, 5. For 4. Squeeze that right tush for 3. For 2. We're going to do one more. And then we have a little pulse kick in, heel to booty. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze, squeeze, 2, 1. Bring that leg in, but I'm not going to set it down because I'm going to float it up and out to the side. Fire hydrant style. Perfect time for a dog. 2. Lift and lower for 3. Exhale. What you want, bub? 4. What you want? 5. Exhale, 6, 7, 8. Twice more. 9, 10. I'm going to lift it. I'm going to hold it. Little pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to hold it up there. Lengthen and bend. I am out to the side. 2 and 3. Good. Exhale, 4 and 5. I don't know about you, but I feel this in the front of my shoulders. 6. Exhale, 7 and 8. 2 more. 9, 10. We're going to do that little pulsing in. Kick your butt. Kick your butt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last set. It's the hardest. We're out to the side. Straight leg. Tap and lift. We have 10. Tap and lift 9. Straight up and down on that bottom leg. 8. Exhale, 7. Energy on those arms. 6 and 5. For 4, 3, 2. We're going to lift it. We're going to hold it. Little pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Sit back. Stretch it out. The back leg, the working leg, in this case for me it was the right, steps forward. Doing a little lunge here, it's a little stretch. Maybe you can take your hands up, maybe not. Maybe they need to stay on the floor. Maybe you've got blocks. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to straighten out my front leg, or as much as you can. Little hamstring stretch, flex that foot for a little more juice there. And then I'm going to take it back into a full lunge, back leg up, or not, modify. Your hands can be on blocks if you need them. We're going to stretch into that triangle pose. And then I'm going to bend both knees here. And I'm going to stand up. My back is straight. I'm as square as possible. My weight is going to be in between both legs. I'm going to bend and straighten. So I have a pretty wide stance. 2 and 3. How low you go is up to you. Careful of your knees. 4. 90 is great if you can. Exhale for 5. Exhale, 6. We have 2 more. On the next one, go down, hold it there. We have little pulses. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're just going to stay and hold if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take the hands to the floor. Take that leg back. We're in another plank. Just a repeat. Squeeze your tush, squeeze your thighs, pull the belly buttons in, shoulders strong. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 full counts to lower all the way under your stomach. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Sit back and child's pose. I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm going to send my hips up into a pike position or a down dog or an elephant. And then I'm going to walk my hands and feet together. And then I'm going to do a little bend in the knees. And then I'm going to stand up. Okay. We're going to do some standing squats versus other kind of squats. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can see my head. Maybe you don't really need to see my head. I'm parallel. My knees and toes are pointing straight forward. My weight is straight forward. I'm going to sit my tail back like I'm sitting in a chair. Knees right over the toes. Most important note I can give you. Stand it up. Stay where you are. I'll switch to the side for a few. I'm sending my tail back like I'm sitting in a chair. Booty back. My spine is long. Squeeze and stand it up. So we tip over when we squat so that there's room in the hip to get that nice deep knee movement. If you leave your chest up, your hips get stuck. They can't go anywhere. We have to get that tip to get that tail down, right? Looking for a nice deep bend here. That's not for everybody. That's going to depend on your knees and your strength to get it right back up again. Sitting in my chair, my tail is in. So my spine doesn't actually change shape. It tips. There's no rounding or bending to this. It's very long, very straight. Let's do 5 more. Exhale, sit in your chair for 5. Pull it up. Exhale for 4. Stand and rise. Exhale for 3. We'll do 2 more. We're going to go down, we're going to hold it, and we're going to pulse it. It's what I do for 10, 9, 8, squeeze your booty together, 7, drive those heels into the floor, 6, are your knees going right over your toes, 4, 3, you should see your toes. You don't want your knees hiding your toes. They're in line, but they're not way over in front of them. Sit and stay, hold it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Good. I'm going to face the front again. I'll turn sideways again for another demo. My legs are open and they are turned outward, what we call lateral rotation, okay? So forward, parallel, rotated outward, turn out, or lateral rotation. Now, my toes are like going to the corners of my mat. They're not truly sideways, okay? Plie, or some people call it a sumo squat. I'm bending straight down. Notice I'm not tipping forward anymore. I'm not leaning. I'll show you from the side. Okay? It's like my back is sliding down a wall. I'm straight up and down. My tail is going down. My spine is in neutral. So yeah, I've got a little curve in there. My knees right over the toes again. Even if my toes were here, my knees would be going here, right? I used to be a dancer, so mine can go fairly far out. Doesn't mean yours have to. They just have to match, knees over toes, okay? What we call second position plie. You can put your hands on your hips if you prefer. It's all glutes and quads and hamstrings, core. We got some balance going on too. Good, do 2 more. Then we're gonna stay down, we're gonna hold it, we're gonna pulse it. You probably guessed for 10, 9, exhale, 8, 7, breathe, 6, pull that belly button in, 5, ribs together, 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, we stay, we hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand it up. Okay, now, let's do this. Go back to where you were, standing in second position. Leave your left foot exactly where it is. Bring your right foot over to it. And parallel, okay? Knees and toes are forward. I'm gonna squat, facing diagonally. I'm gonna come back to center. Here I am, second position. That left leg never moved. There's my plie. Look at your right foot where it is. Bring your left one over. Legs are parallel. I'm gonna take a squat there. Stand it up. My right leg doesn't move. My left one steps open. Plie in center. Step over. Sit in your chair. I tip, I squat. My chest is up. I'm open, straight center. Step over this way. Sit and squat. Come into center. You can do whatever you want with your arms. I'm mostly trying to get them out of the way so you can see everything I'm doing. Good, the lower you go, the more you're gonna challenge those glutes and thighs, but be careful, the lower you go, the more you're gonna challenge those knees, okay? We're gonna do 1 more time in each direction. Step it open. Squeeze. Step it open. Squeeze. Come to center. Straighten your legs. Parallel them forward. Roll down. Hands to the floor if you can. Bend your knees. You can use your blocks. And And then I'm going to come all the way down onto the floor. Legs are out in front of you. They're as wide as my mat. Sitting up nice and tall, we call it spine stretch forward. I'm gonna nod my chin. I'm gonna reach my hands forward between my legs. And then I'm gonna stack it back up, sitting up nice and tall. I'm gonna nod the chin. I'm gonna round forward. I'm gonna reach my hands past my legs. And I'm gonna sit it up nice and tall. So really similar to the breathing we did at the beginning of the exercises. Round it forward. Just a little bit more of a hamstring stretch here with the legs open. And again, I'm sure a lot of you could have a much, much bigger straddle here. You could have your legs way out to the side. It's not really the point of the exercise. Again, it's that spinal mobility. Round, scoop. One last time, reach it forward. And then stack your spine up one vertebrae at a time, tall and pretty. Shoulders down and back. And that's the end.